Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In here, I want to introduce myself. My name is Rally Metisha Hapsara from Instrument 2B. My name is 191440033. In here, I want to discuss about valve and control valve. Introduction. Valve, or what is commonly called a valve, is a device that regulates, direct, or control the flow of a liquid, gas, liquid, fluid, solid by opening, closing, or closing a part of the flow path. Valve or valves in everyday life. The most obvious are the water pipes, such as taps for water. Other familiar examples include the gas control valve on the stove, the small valve installed in the bathroom, and many more. Valves play an important role in industrial applications, ranging from transportation of potable water to controlling ignition in rocket engines. Valves can be operated manually, either by the handle, level pedal, or others. Besides being able to operate manually, the valve can also be operated automatically using the principle of changing the flow of pressure, temperature, and etc. This change can affect the diaphragm, spring, or piston, which in turn active the valve automatically. Valve type is gate valve, glove valve, angel valve, check valve, ball valve, butterfly valve, and relay valve. First, gate valve. Gate valve is a valve that is most often used in piping systems. Its function is to open and close the flow on or off. But now, to adjust the flow rate throttling, the advantage of the gate valve is the lack of obstruction or resistance when the valve fully opened, so that the flow can be maximized. The gate valve controls the flow through the valve body, which is the form of a pipe with a vertical plate or wedge. See image below, which can shift up and down when the valve handle is turned. This valve designed for a fully open position or fully closed. If the valve is a half open, it will cause erosion of the valve body, and turbulence of the flow of substance can cause vibration in the valve, which resulting in a crackling sound. Glove valve is usually used the situation where throttling and require by easily turning the valve handle. The amount of substance flow through the valve can be adjusted. The valve seat is parallel in the flow, making the glove valve efficient when adjusting the size of the flow with a minimum of this and seat erosion. However, the resistance inside the valve is quite large. The glove valve design is such that it forces a change in the direction of the flow of substance inside the valve, so that the pressure drops dramatically and cause turbulence in the valve itself. That is not recommend that glove valve be installed in system that avoid pressure drop and system that avoid resistance to flow. Angel valve. Just like the glove valve, the angel valve is also used in situations where the flow rate is required or throttling. However, the angel valve is made with an angle of 90 degrees. This is a reduce of the 90 derajat elbow and additional fittings. Check valve. Check valve has a significant difference from gate valve and glove valve. This valve is designed to prevent black flow. There are several types of check valve, but the two most common are swing check and lift check. Swing check valve is usually paired with a kit valve, while the lift check valve is used by some manufacturer to replace the ball valve function is a ball check valve. Check valve does not use a handle regulate flow, but use gravity and pressure from the fluid flow itself. Because of its function that can prevent black flow, the check valve is often used as a safety device in a piping system. Next, ball valve is a cheap alternative to other types of valve. Ball valve uses a metal ball with a throat hole in the middle, flanked by valve sheet to control the flow. Often use the hydrocarbon process, ball valves are able to adjust the size of gas and steam flow, especially for low pressure. This valve can be closed quickly and is like a knock to withstand fluids or liquid. The ball valve does not use a hand wheel, but use the ankle to open close the valve with an angle of 19 degrees. Simple design minimals the pressure drop when the valve is fully open. Next, butterfly valve. Butterfly valve. Valve has an unique shape when conversion after valve. Butterfly use a circular plate or water operated by the ankle for a fully open or closed position at 19 angles. This valve remains in the middle of the flow and is reconnected to ankle via the shaft. When the valve is closed, the water is perpendicular to the direction of flow, so that flow is blocked. And when the valve is open, water is parallel to the flow, so that substance can flow through the valve. Butterfly valve has minimal turbulence and pressure drop. These valves are great for on-off or throttling operation, and great for controlling to the flow or large amount of liquid or gas. However, these valves do not usually have good thickness or should be used in situations or systems that have low pressure. Relief valve. Relief valve has a very different function from the other valve. They are valves especially designed to release excess pressure in equipment and piping system to prevent damage to equipment and, more importantly, injury to workers. The relief valve can release the pressure increase before it becomes more extreme. The relief valve use a steel spring, see image below in the left, which will automatically open if the pressure reaches an unsafe level. The pressure level is on this valve can be adjusted, so it can be determined at what pressure level this valve will open. When the pressure returns to normal, the relief valve will automatically close again. Introduction of control valve. Control valve introduction. Control valve is an instrument used to manipulate flow by adjusting the valve opening the closing. Control valve is valve that function to manipulate the process variable at the command of the control signal, analogous to the present days of valve opening. There are several forms of valve opening or closing movement: pneumatic air, solenoid, self-actuated, hydraulic, and motorized. When valve as system, control valve components consist of: first component are regulator, second regulator function to adjust the supply of pneumatic air to the I2P to reach 15 psi. Second, I2P converter serve to convert the electrical signal 4 milliampere to 1000 until 2000 milliampere from the controller into a pneumatic signal 3 psi until 15 psi. Third, actuator serve to move the valve stem or valve cover stem in accordance with the pneumatic signal that comes from the I to P. Positioner serve to position the percentage of valve opening in accordance with the characteristic of the control. The valve characteristic in function valve opening responds by the percentage of flow out of the control valve to the percentage of control valve opening. The valve characteristics are shown by the following curve. According to the curve above, there are three characteristics of the control valve, namely quick opening, linear, and equal percentage. The selection of one characteristic of the control valve depends on the dynamics of the process or plant. In the case of consideration of the speed of change process variable caused by change in manipulation variable. In carrying out function of control valve must meet the following criteria. First, connected with the process pipelines resistant to erosion, corrosion, temperature and pressure affection process have sufficient capacity for the process question constant to leakage liquid. Main part of valve. First, actuator, the part that work to open close the valve according to the signal received for the controller located at the top of the valve. Next, second, body valve, mechanical components that determine the amount of flow that flows into the process. This is image of control valve. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.